Hello, and welcome to our channel, where we bring you heartwarming and inspiring stories from all around the world. Today, we have a story that will leave you in awe. A story about an old man who spent all his savings to save a pregnant wolf. And years later, the incredible happened. Have you ever come across someone who's willing to go the extra mile for the welfare of an animal, despite knowing the consequences? Well, our story today revolves around such a person, who not only rescued a wolf from the clutches of death, but also took care of her until she gave birth to her pups. This old man, with a heart of gold, knew that what he was doing was risky and unconventional, but his love for animals and his desire to do good overpowered all his fears. He was determined to help this wolf and her pups, no matter what it took. But little did he know that this small act of kindness would have such a profound impact on not just the wolf and her pups, but also on himself. As you continue to watch this video, you will see how his life was transformed in the most unexpected ways. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be touched by this incredible story. We promise you, by the end of this video, you'll be filled with hope and inspiration. In the deep forests of Montana, surrounded by towering trees and rolling hills, there lived an old man named Walter. Walter was a man of few words, but he was known to be kind-hearted and generous. He lived a simple life, spending most of his days tending to his small farm and caring for the animals that called the forest home. Despite his old age, Walter's love for nature never faded, and he often found himself lost in thought, remembering the days when he would spend hours roaming the forests and observing the majestic creatures. One day, while he was taking a walk in the forest, he came across a pregnant wolf lying on the ground, unable to move. Walter could sense that the wolf was in pain and needed help, so he immediately rushed back to the village to get some supplies. He knew he had to act fast if he wanted to save the wolf and her litter. Walter returned to the forest with food, water, and some medical supplies, and he immediately set to work. He cared for the wolf day and night, never leaving her side. Despite his lack of experience in animal care, he did everything he could to help the wolf recover. His efforts finally paid off, and after a few days, the wolf began to show signs of improvement. Walter's love for the wolf grew with each passing day, and he soon realized that he couldn't bear to leave her. He decided to build a small shelter for her and her litter in the forest, and he spent all his savings on it. The villagers thought he was crazy, but Walter didn't care. He was happy to have made a difference in the wolf's life, and he knew that he had made the right decision. Walter was a natural teacher, and he began to teach the pups how to hunt and provide for themselves. He showed them how to track their prey and how to use their instincts to their advantage. As the pups grew stronger and more confident, Walter could see that they were becoming a pack. One day, as Walter was out collecting firewood, he heard a loud howl. He immediately recognized the howl as one of the pups and rushed back to the shelter to see what was wrong. When he arrived, he was amazed to see that the pups had brought a deer back to the shelter as a gift for him. This was when Walter realized that he had created a pack of wolves that had come to trust and depend on him. Walter was filled with emotion as he approached the pack. He could see the trust and love in their eyes, and he knew that they had become his family. The lead wolf stepped forward, nuzzling its nose against Walter's hand, and then Walter felt tears streaming down his face. He had never felt so proud in his life. He knew that these wolves were the descendants of the wolf that he had saved all those years ago, and he was humbled by the incredible bond that he had formed with them. For the rest of his days, Walter would visit the pack, and they would always come to him, nuzzling him, playing with him, and sometimes even bringing him gifts. He never forgot the incredible experience he had with these wolves, and he always felt a sense of pride knowing that he had helped to create this pack. Walter, who had now become known as the Wolf Guardian, was amazed at the incredible transformation he had seen in the wolf pack over the years. The pack had grown from a single pregnant wolf to a group of strong and thriving animals. Then Walter watched as the wolf pups grew into mature adults, forming strong bonds with each other and with him. He was filled with joy and pride as he watched the pack run, hunt, and play together. However, Walter soon realized that the pack was getting too big for him to manage alone. He knew he needed help, and he turned to the community for support. With the help of local volunteers, he was able to provide the pack with food, water, and a safe place to call home. One day, Walter received a call from a local wildlife reserve. They were in need of a pack of wolves to help control the population of a destructive species that was ruining the balance of the ecosystem. Walter knew that this was his chance to give back to the land and the animals he had grown to love. He gathered the pack and set out on a journey to the reserve. The journey was filled with challenges and obstacles, but Walter and the pack persevered. When they arrived at the reserve, they were welcomed with open arms. The pack quickly went to work, helping to control the population and restore balance to the ecosystem. The old man watched as the pack thrived in their new home. He was filled with a sense of pride and accomplishment, knowing that he had played a small part in helping the land and its animals. And as he sat there, surrounded by the pack he had saved, he knew that his journey with these magnificent animals had only just begun. Walter had spent years caring for the pack of wolves and was now able to see the fruits of his labor. The pack had grown to be a thriving community, and he had never been happier. Walter was now the alpha of the pack and was respected by all the members. He had given them a new home and had given them a chance to live a life free from fear. Walter's ultimate reward came when he was able to see the pups grow into strong and healthy adults. He was proud of the pack that he had created and was happy to be part of their lives. The pack had become his family, and he was proud to be their protector. The old man's story is a reminder that sometimes the greatest rewards come from doing things that scare us the most. He had taken a leap of faith and had followed his heart, and in doing so, he had found a new purpose in life. Walter's bravery and selflessness had inspired the pack of wolves to thrive and had given them a new home. His story is a testament to the power of love and compassion, and to the fact that no matter how old we are, it is never too late to follow our dreams. Walter's journey is a reminder that sometimes all it takes is one small act of kindness to change the world forever. This is a story of an old man who spent all his savings to save a pregnant wolf, and years later, the incredible happened. We hope this story has inspired you and filled you with hope and inspiration. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our channel for more heartwarming and inspiring stories. Let's continue to spread love and positivity in our communities and make a positive impact in the world. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, take care.